Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about 10 Nintendo Switch games that I think deserve a little bit more love. This isn't a top 10 or anything of that. It's just a list of games that I think need talked about a little more that I haven't heard too much about since the Switch came out. You really only hear about Zelda and Splatoon in the upcoming Mario game. So while we're waiting on Mario to come out, or if you just need a break from Splatoon and Zelda, definitely check out some of these. They're worth a playthrough. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on more awesome videos like this in the future and future live streams from me. And let's get started. Alright, first up is Cave Story Plus. This one's for all of you that enjoy a good nostalgic game. This is an SNES classic, but it gets a good upgrade to visuals, soundtrack, and gameplay, but it's still a blast from the past like you remember. You wake up in a cave with no memory of who you are or how you got there. You then find this little village called Mimiga and find out that it's being threatened by this crazy scientist and you have to save it. Even if you've never played the original, you'd still be doing yourself a disservice if you didn't play this one. Next up is GoNNER. This one is crazy hard, but it's also crazy addictive. It's a 2D platformer pretty similar to Rogue Legacy in the way that each map is randomly generated and it's designed to make you die. And you will die. A lot. The game does a good job of not punishing you for death though, so it allows you to take chances and try out new things. You play as Eek, who will do anything to make his best friend, who is an adorable giant land-bound whale, happy, which is just like the cutest storyline ever. There are several different environments, bosses, and endings too. So while this game might not be for everyone, rage quitters, I'm talking to you, it's definitely fun and offers up hours of addictive gameplay. Next is Am Setsuna. For those of you who have been watching my channel for a while now probably know I love me a good JRPG. And if you're like me and the words Chrono Trigger inspired makes you excited, then this one's for you. This game will really make you nostalgic for some JRPG classics. As you play as Setsuna, who's this strong young woman that gets offered up as a sacrifice to a fiend that threatens her island and her people. The art style is gorgeous and the story is immersive and will pull at your heartstrings. If you're a classic JRPG fan and love a good story, this game is definitely a must-play. And we have Shovel Knight Spector of Torment. I probably actually don't have to say much about this one. It's an expansion for the original Shovel Knight, where you get to play as Spector Knight, who's one of the villains from the original game. This story is actually a prequel and follows the story of Spector Knight, who's working for the Enchantress and is trying to recruit to create the Order of No Quarters. He has new abilities like gliding across the ground and new weapons to play with. And for $10, this is definitely worth a playthrough. And if you've been living under a rock and haven't played the original Shovel Knight, go ahead and play that too while you're at it. Next we have Snake Pass. I don't know of a better word to describe this game other than adorable. You play as a very unlikely hero, Noodle the Snake, and his pal, the hummingbird named Doodle, who are trying to restore the mythical power to their land called Haven Tor. Okay, maybe I'm a little biased because I have a pet snake named Noodle, but these are just too cute. It's a physics-based platformer that really makes you think like a snake in order to solve the puzzles, like curling up and climbing up around a stick or slithering into little corners. If you like a good puzzle-based game and you need characters, give this one a shot. You won't be disappointed. Snipperelipe Cut It Out Together is our next one. This is another adorable puzzle game with unique characters and gameplay. What sets this one apart from the others, though, is that it's couch co-op, kind of like Portal 2, where you have to work together to solve the puzzles. There really isn't a story to this one, but the puzzles and mini-games are fun. You play as two little scraps of paper, and you have to cut each other into certain shapes to either like make pictures, fill holes, or move objects. You can also play up to 4 people if you want to. If you're looking for a fun game to play with friends, even if your friends aren't necessarily gamers, then this is your game. Next, we have Wonder Boy: The Dragon's Trap. This one is another classic that's been beautifully remastered. All the animations are hand-drawn and the soundtrack's been re-recorded. You play as a half-human, half-lizard named Human, or new to this installment, Hugh Girl. You were cursed by a mecha dragon and now you have to find a cure. You can also transform into different animals as you make your way through the game. You can even switch between the old school 8-bit style or the modern sound and graphics during gameplay. I mean, if you're a sucker for punishment and you really want to play 8-bit style, you can. Otherwise, enjoy the shiny new graphics and sweet new sound. And next we have Fate Extella, the Umbral Star. If you've seen the Fate anime series or played some of the older Fate games, then you're probably excited for this like I am. If you haven't seen the anime, you're gonna need to, like right after this video. Seriously, go watch it. They're awesome. This installation to the series takes place after Fate Extra and shows the world after the Holy Grail War. You play as 3 different servants who are the heroes of legend that duke it out for their masters to win the Holy Grail. The servants face off against enemies from a few of the different Fate installments, including Fate Stay Night, which is my personal favorite, Fate Apocrypha, and Fate Grand Order. It's a pretty action-packed game that makes an awesome addition to the Fate series. If you like Dynasty Warriors, then this game is definitely one you'd enjoy. The awesome visuals and intense battles don't hurt either. And going in a completely different direction, we have Overcooked. This one is for all my time management lovers out there. Picture Cooking Mama or Restaurant Story, but couch co-op style. You can play up to 4 players, and you have to work together to become master chefs in these crazy weird kitchens that take place all over the world. You can also play competitively or solo, so there's a little something for everyone in this. This little gem will only set you back $20 unless it destroys your friendship, which you can't hold me responsible for. And lastly, we have Kamiko. This is a little indie game based around Japanese Shinto beliefs. You play as priestesses called Kamiko and wield weapons bestowed upon you by the gods. Your goal is to set out and open these gates that connect realms. There are several gates per level that require you to solve puzzles to open them. It's a pretty short game overall, but at only $5, it's an easy recommendation. Alright, so that is it for our list. I hope you enjoyed this little rundown of some Switch games that you may not have heard of or that I think deserve a little bit more love. If I've missed anything or there's a Switch game that you would like me to check out, let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you'd like me to play any of these on the channel, I haven't played them all, so definitely let me know that too, and I can post some Let's Plays for these. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Leave me a like also if you enjoyed our little rundown, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.